Not like us is showing on. These are the great TV, so do well to watch. Now, this movie actually talks about a couple who love each other so much, and they live in the world. They do worldly things, club, party, drinks, you name it. They do everything, and when it comes to the bedroom, yes, they do everything. But their neighbor, who is a devoted Christian, their pastor wife, are this couple who always force the gospel down your throat, especially the pastor's wife. They did that, but they did not succeed until the Holy Spirit spoke to the man, and the man converted into a Christian. The man, who is not a Christian, also decided to force down the gospel on the wife, but that did not happen until something else happened to her as well. So, guys, you have to watch this movie, not like us. I'm not going to give you, the recap is not exactly how you want it to be because I want you guys to go and check it out yourself. Now, let me give you a recap about this movie. Let's talk about the characters. Now, these are the great. This is his movie, so yes, the movie again is on These Are the Great TV. Not like us. Guys, I don't even know if the title goes well with this particular storyline. Are they saying the couple that are worldly people are not like the couple that are devoted Christian? Or they are saying it in the other way around? Yes, again, you have to go and check it out and know exactly what this movie is about. Now, these are the great. I like how he was a little bit behaving like a kid. I've never seen him, behave like that in a movie before. So I think I enjoyed that part of him in this movie. The funny part, the dancing, like when they were in the world, whilst they were doing the worldly couple things, those kind of scenes were really actually interesting to me. I think I enjoy him doing all of that because he should be in his early 40s because he has a very grown daughter or daughters. So I'm guessing seeing him act so baby or so adolescent was really kind of fun watching that. So I like that a lot about his character. Now, the part where he was just forcefully wanting the wife to be like him was what I was a little bit confused about the whole storyline. I don't know if they are teaching you to be forced into, to accept Christ or accept the religion, or they are just telling you that, well, since your partner is like this, you should also be like that. I don't know if that's what the storyline is trying to portray, but again, you guys need to watch it yourself to get what I'm trying to say. So this other guy was quite interesting character for me. I enjoyed him in this movie pretty much. Then let's talk about Ruth Kadiri now. Ruth, surprisingly, I enjoyed her as well. Sometimes when your main character or the person you are acting so close with, they can rub off of you. So that was how, or that was exactly what these are the great did to Ruth's character. She was really entertaining, she was really outspoken, she was more free as well, and I love her costume in this movie. That was surprising because her wigs were banging, her clothes. We know she's in her late 30s now, but she was really sexy in this movie. Her costume was on point, makeup on point, especially in the bedroom. I was a little bit shocked seeing how she dressed. I was like, okay, because on her own movies, I'm just talking about Ruth anyway, in her own channel, when she's acting roles like this, sexy young wife or things like that. She doesn't really come across, or costume wise, she doesn't do this. So seeing her here, I'm like, okay, that is a lot, and I love it. I really do. That was something so interesting and beautiful to watch, coming out of your shell and doing it for us. I mean, sometimes YouTube doesn't really accept too much explicitity, so that was really something that I enjoyed. Acting wise was also really interesting to see the comedy part, her seriousness part, and also when she finally got the divine calling herself. That part, her dressing or her costume changed as well, so that was also very interesting. But I think Nollywood need to start embracing or some it's not necessarily when you become very Christian mother or pastor's wife that you start dressing like you are struggling, or you are poor, or you are sometimes let's just see a very cute simple wig, no makeup or makeup, mild makeup, still looking good, still dressing decent, dress like that rich auntie or rich mommy, dressing like this, like how blessing is, no, now come on, Nollywood, let's up our game a little. I know we still have churches like this that still dress like that, but again, I'm just saying this is not really a point like that. Yeah, so Ruth was really good here. Then let's talk about Blessing. Oh my goodness, I think Blessing was one of the main characters here. She stood out. She was she was standing on the neck of Ruth. She said, "You know what? If you don't want to accept Christ, I will force it down your throat." She was a menace in this movie. She was very really entertaining. One thing about Blessing is that she, I don't want to say exaggerates her role. She does it in a way that it comes across as overboard, but still very fun, entertaining, and you could just enjoy the character she's playing. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't know, then that means maybe you haven't seen her movie that much. So yeah, Blessing Bassey was really good in this movie. Then let's talk about the guy that played the wife to Blessing. He didn't have much role, surprisingly, as a pastor that got the calling himself. He traveled most times, I think, because of the character as a pastor. Yeah, that was really interesting. Now, the only thing I don't like about this movie, or should I say, one of the things I don't like about this movie, is that why were they holding service all the time in the house? This movie is preaching gospel, so why are we not having a church setting, youth choir or youth meeting? Because there was this gossip. This girl was it was a gossip in it. Why are we not having that? And we also have one guy like that, being a gossip. We had moments of church members gossiping about Ruth and the family. Why are we not having church as a setting? Why was there church meeting all the time in the house or in the estate? Pastor is holding church in his house. Then these are the great is hosting meetings, church meeting, be prayer, whatever, in his own house. What happens to a church? So these are the great. I'm disappointed. This whole preaching gospel thing, and we didn't have a church setting. Come on, please, you can do better. You can, rent a church, and all these people will still be there, and we will still have a very good scene with this. So that was a little bit disappointing, but it's a good, decent movie. Again, if you have seen this movie, let me know how the title, Not Like Us, link with the whole storyline. Please let me know in the comments because I don't understand the title. The movie itself is interesting, the characters were interesting, so yeah, but the title is what I'm confusing. So that's another thing that I'm not getting. So let me know in the comment section if you have watched the movie, and let me know how the title link with the storyline, please. Rating this movie, just because the characters came correct, I'm going to give it 5 over 10. I actually enjoyed each and every character in this movie, so yeah, rating it 5 over 10. Not like us. This movie again is on These Are the Great TV, so yeah, do well to check it out. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video.